What is up, everybody? Tree City West here with another stream from TreeRoot.City live. Nice Thursday afternoon. Hope everybody's having a good day. We're just hanging out. Gonna go over the Root Guardian mint. So this is it. This is the kind of a slow stream today. Gonna keep it short, but let's go ahead and make sure we're live over on Tree City West here with. That looks good. So as always, we'll kick off the stream going over to X, making sure it sounds good. Then tweeting out that we are live. So as always, we'll kick off the stream going up. Perfect. Yeah, that sounds good. All right. So we're going to post this and then we're going to grab our YouTube link and then also the Pump Fun link. Where's that one? Here. We are live. Currently streaming on X, YouTube, and Pump Fun. Get rooted and hang. Cool. Rooted and grow. Awesome. We are live, currently streaming on X, YouTube, and Pump Fun. Welcome, welcome. All right, so let me go get this link over in the Telegram. Over to the Tree City West account, give it a little retweet. Things are getting hot. Yeah, I saw this today. So X1 Labs is officially listed on the SEC's website. What a fucking crazy world we're living in. It's amazing. You can see their C and D filings live on the SEC site. Maybe we'll check that out today. But just want to get this going over here. We'll do it live. How about that? Fuck it. We'll do it live. Awesome. Shout out to Crypto Bruh. Definitely go check out his. Love that we got these streams going on Pump Fun. Always a good time. Currently got 4 people over on Pump Fun. Got 3 people on YouTube. 5 people watching on X. Hope everybody's having a good day. Let me just get this going. So what are we doing? I don't even know. Root Guardian Mint is kicking off. What up, Chuck, over on YouTube? Gonna get the chat turned up here. There we go. All right. Cool. Now we're cooking. So yeah, Root Guardians are minting. Let's go take a look at the Root token. Currently, you can see we're live over on the Root token. And yeah, having a nice little bounce back today. We did get all the way up to 43K, but we also got as low as 35. So it's nice to see we're still holding that floor right around 40K. Getting some nice little green candles. And I think a lot of these red ones, you're seeing a lot of these micro buys. Let's see, where's the... let's go over to Dex Screener. You're seeing a lot of these micro buys and sells. It's because of the liquidity pools that we have paired. So we're currently paired... Root, we're Root, so we're paired with Sol. Obviously, that's the main pairing. Biggest liquidity pool, has like $11,000 of Sol in it, and then we're also paired with Zend. So if Zen Zens, then we're also gonna Zend with Zen. We've got a nice little pairing with Trench Kitty. So shout out to Trench Kitty. Oh, look at that recovery there. That's awesome to see. So they're still on the holding the uptrend there, looking beautiful on the. There's the fib, kind of holding this floor. Nice little uptrend here. So we'll watch that. Hopefully it holds that line and continues towards $1 million market cap. I think Trench Kitty could do it. They got an awesome YouTube. Definitely go check out On-Chain Revolution. And then we're also paired with Yeezy. So biggest craze in crypto today. Yeezy launched his token, and I guess there's a store they're calling it Yeezy Money, and all these things are happening. But since it basically launched, it went all the way up to a $3 billion market cap almost, and then came right back down. Typical meme coin day one fashion. And I mean, look at this chart. This is pretty ugly. This is pretty ugly. And so that's what's happening with all the root micro buys. So you see all these $1 and $2 buys and sells. This is the volume that's accumulating. So we have a nice little liquidity pool, and this volume is happening. I wonder if we could see it actually. Let's go take a look. Yeah, right here. So you can see some nice little volume, and that's what all these little buys are. So it's actually buying root with Yeezy and selling root with Yeezy. So it's kind of an interesting trade there. And you see there's definitely some volume. Let's zoom out to the 1 minute. And these are just trades that are generating by arbitrage bots, and it's generating liquidity volume on root because there's so much volume on Yeezy that the price fluctuates on Yeezy and root, that these bots come in and do like a little arbitrage. So they're probably only making, this is the same bot buying over and over and over, but he's actually down. So he's holding either root or Yeezy. So he's got $32 and it's just trading. And then if Yeezy goes back up, it'll start selling and buying into root. But it's kind of cool. It's and they're all tied together too. So since we're paired with multiple tokens, we kind of move with the tide. So if Trench Kitty starts going just like this, and then Yeezy starts recovering, and then Zend and Root will follow because of the liquidity pools that we have. And really Root, the main focus on Root right now are the NFTs. So we're getting ready to launch the staking pool. So we have the 5% allocation. It's going directly to the NFT holders. And if you head over to TreeRoot.City and click on the mint page link, it'll take you over to launch my NFT. And man, these are flying. So far there have been 746 out of 777 minted, less than $10 to mint. And here, let me go ahead and turn on the VPN. So just this launch my NFT site, for some reason, it tends to block the images if you're in the US. So once you switch over to Bahamas or turn on your VPN, everything loads. So got some pretty cool ones. Got the cigarette blunt here, got the shades, got a couple left and right lookers. Really awesome. I love the city backgrounds. You see today in the thumbnail we got the beach background. We actually use this one. I thought that was really cool. And yeah, so this is creating a nice little treasury for the Root project, and we're going to use that to give back to the community and build some actual things to do with the token, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So this is just stage one. As soon as this mint ends, once it gets to 100% from the 96 it's at right now, then we're going to set up the staking with Soul Suite, and you'll be able to stake your Root Guardians and earn that 5% pool using the Root token. It's going to be really awesome. Let's see, where are we at? We have an LP tool. Yeah, we're paired with Fire Chicken as well, for sure. FCK and Root. That's what's up. Yeah, that volume, Yeezy is just printing. That's where all the volume's coming from. It's pretty nice. What are we at for the 24-hour volume? Yeah, just under $1,000. So it's it's crazy to think the first couple of days we had 250K in volume. That was so wild. And we were just on stream constantly, and then it kind of fell to 20K, and then 10K, and then 5, and now we're hovering right around 1,000 per day, which is not bad for a meme coin. 40 million or 40K market cap, but we're just gonna keep working. We're gonna keep talking about markets and what's happening, and looking at other pump fund coins, just like Yeezy. Like, what a weird. Yeah, I don't endorse Kanye. Like, I don't like the stuff that he says, the hate that he says sometimes. Like, I love his music, but I can kind of separate the person from the music, and I can appreciate, his art, but I don't agree with a lot of the stuff he says sometimes. But they launched this Yeezy Money token, got up to 4 billion overnight, and they actually have some interesting stuff. This Ye Pay. And this is the big gimmick, is all these clothes are actually really cheap. So Kanye, when he was with Adidas, everything was so expensive. You wanted the slides and all that. You're talking hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Now you can get the Yeezy slides for $20 on the website, and apparently you'll be able to pay. So what is it, money? So if you go to mny.yeezy.com, is that what it is? I forget what it is. Maybe it's his money. Yeah. So this is the token site. So you have the official contract address here, and it's very basic. Yeezy Money's a concept to put you in control, free from centralized authority, and it talks about their Yeezynomics. What is it? What is YayPay? It's a crypto payment processor that removes high fees through merchants, coming out with a quote-unquote card, a tool for spending Yeezy and USDC globally. So who knows, how far this will actually get, but it's kind of cool to see, they're trying to do it the right way with the Yeezy Investments LLC and the vesting in the cliff and all that. It looks professional, but that's how most of the we'll see what happens. It seems pretty legit though. I mean, I see everybody's talking about it, but it could also be one of those situations where it just keeps getting rugs. Like, I feel bad for anyone that bought up here at $2 or $3, currently sitting at 85 cents, and there's a lot of red candles and they're continuing to come. But that volume, that volatility, $15 million in volume. That's just insane. What's up, Frosty? Welcome. Talking about Yeezy, we got a pair. We have a pair of Yeezy and Root. So let's go find that. What was the volume on the Yeezy Root pair? It was like $100 or something. I just created it a couple hours ago. So yeah, currently $2,000 of liquidity, about $84 in volume, and it's just micro trades generating all this arbitrage. And as the price of Yeezy goes down, it's like it's selling Yeezy into Root and buying the Root, or vice versa. Now if Yeezy starts going up, it's going to start buying the Root back, and you'll stop seeing these little like $2 sells over and over. But it is generating real volume, so it's pretty nice. And that's just volume on one pool. Yeah, exactly. That's insane. It is so crazy to think about. So that's kind of the hot topic for crypto today. Everybody's talking about this fucking Yeezy meme coin and all this. Other half of crypto is talking about Jerome Powell and what's going to happen to tomorrow to markets. I guess today we got some really bad jobs data, so that might be bullish for the rate cut possibility, depending on what Jerome Powell is going to say. Let's go ask ChatGPT. I'm curious. So what were the reports that came out today that may influence Jerome Powell's hawkishness or dovishness during his Jackson Hole talk tomorrow? So just checking on GPT, seeing what happened today in the news. Tech fright calms, but Fed pressure grows. There's no hiding. Powell faces daunting options in pivotal speech. U.S. Central Bank under scrutiny as Donald Trump criticizes Powell. Jackson Hole braces for high-stakes speech. So everybody's really focused on the Jackson Hole speech tomorrow and what's going to be said. If he's dovish, it's going to be extremely bullish for Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I think markets will just explode. If he says, "Hey, we might not cut rates," or has any type of hawkishness like that, it's really going to set things crazy. So what happened today? Reuters report that internal Fed minutes point to most policymakers favoring rate hold, while expectations for summer cut have waned. Additionally, there's mounting political pressure, particularly surrounding allegations against Fed board member Lisa Cook. Everyone's calling for her to resign. I don't know. That's just political nonsense. I meant financial reports. Didn't the jobs report come out today or something bearish? You're absolutely right to zero in on the labor market data released today. These reports are indeed potentially bearish and could sway Jerome Powell toward a dovish tone. If that happens, that's extremely bullish for Bitcoin. So what happened today? Initial claims for unemployment benefits rose by 11,000 to 235,000 for the week. So that's unemployment benefits. So that's extra cost. Clearly above expectations and the highest level since June. Continuing claims, those ongoing benefits climbed to 1.972 million, the highest since November 2021. These increases signal cooling in the labor market and heighten layoff risk. And that's what they want to lower rates. You know, they might just it might just be more manipulation. July jobs market was weak, although released earlier this month. It's crucial context for today's headlines. Only 73,000 jobs were added in July, well below the $115,000 job forecast. That was a big deal. The big revisions downwards. The unemployment rate ticked up to 4.2%. These figures reflect marked softening in hiring, compounding today's weak jobless claims. So what does this imply? Rising jobless claims indicate higher layoffs. Weak payroll growth and upward revisions to unemployment from July signal that labor momentum is weakening. Fed Reserve watchers will likely interpret today's data as supporting an easing bias, especially those with the September meeting still on the table as a potential cut date. Indeed, analysts already anticipate Powell may signal a rate cut later this year without committing to September. That would be bad. If that happens, we'll probably see Bitcoin fall under 100K this weekend. So you may want to have your stop loss set. If Powell comes out tomorrow saying they may not cut rates in September and they may wait, that would be extremely bad. Yes, the jobs-related data released today is bearish, reinforcing narrative that U.S. labor market may be loosening. This could nudge Jerome Powell toward a more dovish posture, which would be extremely good. That's a good thing for Bitcoin. Perhaps signaling openness to rate cuts later this year. Am concerned if Powell says no rate cuts until later this year. Bitcoin and other speculative markets will completely crash on Friday and into the weekend. Thoughts? Powell's likely messaging options. No imminent cuts. Open dovish hints. If he acknowledges weak data and signals the Fed is prepared to act, conditions deteriorate, could soften the blow even without promising September cuts. Powell pushes rate cuts to later this year. Your concern's valid. Bitcoin and speculative assets could sell off hard Friday afternoon into the weekend, as they're most sensitive to liquidity disappointment. If he continues optionality on September, it might cushion the downside. In either case, volatility will be extreme and crypto may overshoot more than equities. Sure. So yeah, that's interesting. That's kind of what I'm going to be tuned in the morning. Really paying attention to that meeting, what's going to happen. I think it's at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Support zones at 112. Yeah, and this is where I'm at. I kind of agree with ChatGPT here. If he does come out hawkish, we'll probably fall under 110. And if we fall under 110, it's probably I just hope we stop at 105. Yeah. So that's what we're going to be paying attention to tomorrow. Watching Jerome Powell. Really not much else going on in the crypto market. It's just the two extreme sides. We got the people watching the Fed and the government and Powell and how that's going to affect their Bitcoin. And then we got Yeezy out here creating a whole new form of money, trying to sell hoodies and slides. So definitely a fun time. Root NFT is still ongoing. Have we minted any? Where are we at? Currently at 746 out of 777. So just over 30, 31 available. Hoping to mint this out this weekend. So we'll be watching that. What else do we got? I mean, it's kind of chilling right now. How are the altcoins doing? Let's go take a look at TradingView. Yeah, we really wanted Bitcoin to hold that line there. Did it get back above it? No, it didn't. Really yellow stuff. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Got as low as 111,964 today. Around 1 o'clock. Altcoins are just taking hits. Link under 25 bucks again. It looks like it's about to fall through as we're watching it. Say down a lot. Tau, oof. I mean, these look awful. And that's because everybody's speculating, and I'm sure it's going to continue into tomorrow. And then if Powell comes out and says, yeah, we're cutting rates, things are going to explode. XRP looking ugly, Ondo looking ugly, Doge looking ugly. Oh my goodness. Litecoin back under 115. Yeah, and it is a good time to DCA. This is kind of the get out of here. Dev, accept my request. Who's Dev? I don't know any Devons. But yeah, what else is going on? We got any spaces popping off or anything? Not to execute.
Taking too long. They are kind of blocking back the pulse chain, right? So that could be a good thing.
Pulse chain. Pulse chain, homies.
Crazy amount of capital, but as soon as it happens,
yeah, definitely recommend going to grab some Crypto Bros coin. He mentioned he's working on some kind of dual token project where he's gonna have like a staking feature. It sounded pretty cool. He was talking about it on the live stream earlier, so it might be a good time to scoop up some Zend. Same with Root. You know, we're getting ready to do our NFT staking, and then with the NFTs, that allowed us to build up a treasury of Sol. So we have over 10 Solana that we get to play with now. Maybe we'll do giveaways or some type of service. Really, the goal is to get it all back to the users. So everything we can to enrich the project and build new things and you know, pay the bills and keep the lights on. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah. What else we got going on? I'm forgetting something. I got nothing. Yep. Oh yeah, let's go check out the X1 documents. I think it's sec.gov. Yeah. So we can search the filings. So these are the public filings. Let's see, full text search. We can do X1 Labs. And here we go, X1 Labs. X1 Labs Inc. Corporation of Delaware. X1 Labs, a series of WeFunder SPV. 6.9% of the offering amount upon a successful fundraise and be entitled to reimbursement of out-of-pocket third-party expenses it pays. That's just saying, you know, that's basically the WeFunder service fee. Service fee. Service P. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's getting real, man. It's starting to get real. Ohio. Jack Levin, CEO. Greg McAdoo, member of the board of directors. Axel Eckerbaum, COO. Hell yeah. Beautiful. That's awesome. Oh wait, I can actually open the document? Oh, it's just this. That's cool though. It's official. That's computers. It's beautiful. See all company filings. They got their Type C, their Form Type C and their Form Type D. Getting through the paperwork, it's awesome. Real shit is going down. Crispy chicken chart, I just chopping in a hole pattern. Yeah, I feel that. It's such a beautiful chart, man. That's so awesome. I hope Root looks like this someday. Yeah, that's strong. That's some good fire chicken. I'd even call that a breakout. Get one of these. Hell yeah. Cool. Are my X1 validators online? Let's go make sure. I'll probably call it early. I kind of want to go make some get some dinner going. Yep, Burns Ends online. Then we got our TreeRoot.City is online. Perfect. And we got our ping times. Awesome. Last 1500, we only got one skip slot in the last 1500 epochs in the X1 testnet. Beautiful. How are we looking on CoinGecko? What up, Obi-Wan Zenobi? Just chilling. Here, guys, head over to CoinGecko and hit the rocket before we get delisted. Oh my goodness. This chart. It's just the flat. And this is how they go. This is nice redistribution of tokens. Got a link to the Twitter and the Telegram. But this market cap, man, I don't know if they'll hang with that for much longer. $40,000 market cap on CoinGecko. Whew. Hopefully they let us hang. Yeah, we're just watching the Root Guardian mint. Where are we at? 748 to 777. 96.27% sold. That's amazing. Less than 30 left. That's down to 29. That's awesome. Ooh, that's sick. Got the blue bubble gum. That's a good one. I like that. Very cool. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna hop off for a bit. Probably gonna go eat some dinner and then I'll watch some TV. Me and my wife like to watch Big Brother. Eviction night on Big Brother, and then after that I might do a little late night vibe coding stream. Maybe we'll I'm working on the site still, the whale, the Zolana analytics site. It's coming along. It's pretty cool. You can kind of track the tokens in the Zolana ecosystem, and see things like holders and changes in holders, and the cross holder matrix. You can see how many root holders hold Zencat and how many Zencat holders hold root. You can see like the biggest whales, which wallets hold the most tokens. You can also sort the whales, so you can see like which are the biggest wallets hold multiple tokens. So like this wallet holds $5,000 of Zolana tokens. We've looked at it. It's Sol Zen and Zencat, but some of these are crazy. Like this one's $682, and it has all 7. So like, we're also building this little whale page, so when you can actually go into the whale and see how much they hold of each one. So this one mostly Sol Zen with some Zencat, and then it's got some dust of the other ecosystem tokens, which is pretty cool. Shout out to this guy, keeping up on everything. Beautiful. Then we also have the token page if you want to get the individual stats of the tokens, see how many holders, sorted by market cap or 24-hour change. This is using the Dex Screener API and the CoinGecko API just to get this information. Also Helios, we're grabbing the holder counts and the contract information off Helios. And then the last one is the holders. So this is just kind of an overview of all of the biggest wallets. So a lot of these big ones are obviously liquidity pools. Like the first one, $52,000 of Zencat. But when you click on the Soul Scan button, you can actually see it's a Radium Authority V4. So this is a liquidity pool that has some Zencat in it. But when you scroll down the list, you can also sort it. So if you want to do like KJP, see the biggest KJP wallets, some of these have 20, 30 million tokens in it. You can click on it, see if it's a liquidity pool or a real person. This one looks like a real person. I got some Jito Souls, some KJP, a bunch of random meme coins funded by Coinbase. So it just kind of gives you some interesting thoughts into the ecosystem. There are different ways to look at the tokens, and one of my favorite things is like the total Zolana market cap. So if you add up the market cap of all of our little shit coins, it ends up being 1.6 million. So that would be pretty cool if we had like a single $1.6 million market cap coin, but we're kind of spread out. we're Zenians. We got to be on 12 different coins, right? So on that note, we've been going for about a half hour. I'm gonna go get some dinner going, and then we'll watch Big Brother, and then maybe I'll be back after 9:30. So appreciate everybody for stopping out. I know it's a short one, but if I'm not back tonight, we'll definitely be back Friday for a longer stream, and we'll kick it and we'll build something. So thank you guys for tuning in, and hope you guys stay zen. Peace.